Recording, streaming, launching in. Let's make sure it goes live. Oh, it sure looks like it's live. Let's make sure. Yep. Hello. I'm Rosalie, and welcome back to Create Arcane Engineering. I had a bunch of chores I had to do today, but now that they're done and I don't have work, I'm planning on playing Minecraft for a little bit, at least until my partner gets home. I'm trying to remember what we were doing yesterday. I remember setting up the basis of a mineral tree farm, as well as getting, yes, I got the spouts over here ready for usage, which means, truthfully, looks like latex is cool, but like it is also not easily automated into rubber when I can crush resin just fine. Latex has to be turned into a bucket and then crafted? Arboreal extractor. Is it like just I get more latex than I would resin? Where's my jungle sapling? Hello. Jungle sapling, where are you? There it is. No, it's the same amount, so okay. What we're gonna do then? Let's see. I was like right at the cusp of how much this can handle over here. Okay, tree farm's working. I need to say hi to the cat. Hello, celery. You are an honorary cat. Hello, cream. How are you doing? Look at some grass. And hello, Oreo. Okay. Yes, I was in the middle of making that mineral tree farm. And truthfully, I probably should continue it. I'm just thinking that I wanted more belts. Right now, I don't think I have... Yeah, I have 3. Which, like, isn't nothing, but doesn't quite work out how I want it to. But now that I have these spouts over here, this place is a mess. I need to make something to actually like house this better. Let's see. Do I make a better tree farm for different woods so that way I can build like a little factory building? Or do I make it out of something else? I have plenty of andesite. Yeah, nearly a little over 13,000. And andesite is a pretty color, pretty black. And I can do a lot with it. So we'll make sure andesite is one of the colors. I do think a terracotta would be nice, but that does require clay. Is there any special way? Okay, I can buy clay. That's cool. If I make clay, dripstone blocks, washing sand makes clay 25% of the time. I can definitely set up a real quick, just a cobble farm, because cobble milled is gravel. Gravel milled is sand sometimes. And then we'll have clay sometimes. That sounds good. Yes. Ha. It's electrified. It's enriched. I have more belts. Let's go. Okay. Right, I have a clipboard now. What was this? Make the pretty. Detail a storage building. That's fine. I don't want to do that right now. Making the tree farm auto, and then resin equals rubber squashed. Because I found out there was a different way to make like the rubber via compacting resin. And that's a lot easier than the latex at the moment. Truthfully, don't know why I even went with the latex route, but you know, it was what I did before, and so I thought you kind of had to. All of this is lovely. All of this is great, and I like that it's working. I am thinking of removing it and setting up something else. I don't remember if these tanks can be picked up. I can't ponder the tanks for some reason. Why can't I ponder you? Is there a different keybind? Walk forwards. No. My pondering just doesn't want to work. Yep, okay, whatever. Tank. Nope. I don't know why my pondering's not working for them, but that's okay. We can deal without. So I think what I'm gonna do to start out today, so I want to set up... Okay, first things first. Let's just make a quick enchanting table. I don't really care about my inventory. Put away what's already able to be put away. And figure out where everything else goes. Oh, those stay on me. This goes in here. This will stay on me. Saplings will go in here as well. You're a chest. Boom. Inventory's clear. Put that into the treasure bin. Yes. I do remember gathering enough. Do I have the diamonds? I do. Boom, enchanting table. Do I have enough books? I don't know. Is there a different way to make books? Canvas, which is straw, which is cutting rice. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Or leather. Leather. But no, I have more than enough books. I think I only need 15, if I'm remembering correctly. Bookshelves for the full enchanting table. Okay. Bookshelves. Hopefully jungle works. And for now... Right, this is an even number. I'm just gonna throw these outside and forget about it for a moment. No, that's fine. Start there then. I wasn't originally gonna be there, but oh well. Oop. I don't want to block that, but whatever. No, I'm not getting... Why not? Maybe this one. Might have been the top one. Might have been too far. 6. Boop, 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 boop. Put that there. Yes, now I'm getting 30. Not that I have the levels now that I'm thinking about it. I have these, though, which will occasionally be made when, like, crushing stuff. And then it looks like it's also just like crafted at some point. Okay, that's cool. Because I wanted a diamond shovel. So I want these enchantments. Can I get the book off of something? No, doesn't look like. Okay. There was once a mod that let you like drop an anvil on a enchanted item with some books and it would like move it over. So I'm thinking now I don't even know what I want to do. So that was for no. Okay. Okay. Go with what's available first. And then we'll go from there. Hello. Sorry to break. Give me... So I have a little bit of oak. And then a lot of andesite. Andesite. There are andesite bricks. So I can definitely make, like, easy brick aesthetic. I'm out of iron. So we'll have to go mining eventually. What is this? Okay, I don't know what this is yet. I'm ignoring it for now. So I wanted to read this. Ore deposits with a vein finder, amethyst shard, eye of ender, and silk touched redstone ore. Iron. I'm not gonna go here. So there's a... Or... Diamond drills. The fuck? Drill? Ah, okay. What? Okay, that's above my pay grade right now. Got it. Understood. I'm not dealing with that at the moment. Sure, just give me these. What are these? 5 raw iron, 27 quartz. I don't care about either. Okay. So yeah, I want to make a building for like this rather than just having it out in the open. That can stay in the open now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna break everything for a little bit and go from there. So we'll start getting rid of that. I should probably refill that. Yeah, because I am just straight up like replacing it. I'll put it elsewhere. Boop, boop, boop. I could just cover it. I'm not going to. I have the dirt. I'm gonna actually fill it in. If I didn't have the dirt, I would totally just cover it and call it a day, but I got the dirt from here earlier, so it works out. So I want to use this hilltop for a little bit of the build. And yes, I am going to replace all this. I think I need to leave the tank for now. Mostly because I don't think I can... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if I pick it up, I don't think it keeps the fluid in it. Did I lose fluid just now? I don't know. I can at least do it like that with this one, because it wasn't all the way up to the top. But this one's, like, also not up to the top. Cool. So I can just kind of leave those a little bit in the ground. Yeah. This served us well for what it did. And we're going to pack it up and place it elsewhere. Same thing with this. And the sky. I think we're okay without it for a bit. My saw. Put stuff back. That, and it's so many gears, it feels messy. I know it's not, but it feels that way. I have an empty bucket to take that lava. Oop. Cool. Ow. Okay. Can I move you? At functional storage. Is there like a locking tool to let me move it? Or is it just I break it and it comes with? I'm going to make a big risk here. Oh, thank gosh. I have PTSD from mods in the past that did not just break when you did that. And it would fully break the drawer or whatever and completely dump all of the items onto the ground. And it is a massive, like, my frames would not recover kind of situation. I am going to go ahead and just refill this whole hole. Yes, I'm using dirt instead of... I should use some cobble in here, since it's not at the top. Just because I want the ground to exist. And then we can use the dirt to finish it off. Cool, cool, cool. It's like it was never here. Never here. This has a little bit of planks in it still. This has a bunch of stuff in it. I'm just gonna dump everything in here for now. This is gonna stay, because I want that set up there. And I am gonna take the saw. Do I have another hand crank? I do not. How do I make those again? Hand crank. 1 andesite alloy, 3 planks. Boop, boop. Crafting table. And then that will... You know what I also need to do is hold this real quick, so I can delete that, so it doesn't, like, cause issues later. Because I don't want these trees here anymore. And a little deforestation. It's not wanting you to go there. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Goodbye, tree. Thank you for all of your hard work. Same thing with you. Make sure I pick up everything. Don't want to waste the saplings. Who knows, maybe I'll want jungle wood again in the future. And And same thing with you. We're gonna cut you down. Thank you, Mineral Tree, for your sacrifice. Hello. You okay? You got a flower over there. That's cute. Okay. So, there's a little bit still in the way. But it's better than it was. I'm gonna put this away. That goes in the machines chest. I want actually to see what food options I have. Sweet rolls. How do I make these? Putting milk on bread. Okay. I can do that later. And then the skeleton. Boom. We have everything cleaned up. And now we can start the more official build that will be going here. I don't know. I'm definitely going to need it a little big to properly fit everything. So let's grab a whole bunch of andesite. Now, can I just cut you straight into what I want with it? Or does it require... Right, the mason's workbench. Let's make one of those real quick. If I have the iron. I have a little bit of iron ore. We'll see what the fortune gives me. Nothing extra. It's enough. It'll work. Use the bark, because there's like not really a better use for it besides composting. That's actually good to know that it's composted. But I am gonna make that mason's workbench. So I need a little bit of clay. Do I have any clay? Do I have any clay at all? I do not. Gotta find some clay. Does my river back here have any clay? It does. Clay, clay, clay. Do you have vein mining? No. Just grab a decent amount so I don't have to worry about it for a bit. So I need one of these clay, just as is, and then one becomes a brick. We take 2 logs and a crafting table. So crafting table, we now have the mason's workbench. This lets us turn andesite into different andesite, basically. I specifically wanted... Which one did I want? Andesite. One of these looked cool. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Blade andesite brick. This one. I think this is the... Yeah, so this with... I think just normal cobble will go hard. For a second, let's set up a normal cobble generator. Assuming I have another bucket. If I don't, I'll deal with it, but I hope I have another bucket. I do, and it already has lava in it, so I will leave it for now. So I want to build it on that hill there. So for now, nothing burns down. We're gonna go ahead and that that. Lava. Water goes here. And we have a working cobble gen now. Perfect. What we're gonna do... Does this flow both ways if I do that? No, but it can do that and work just fine. Cool, water wheel's going. We are going to plop you down for a second. So chest will be here. We put a chute here. Put our drill here. And then large gear, little gear, large gear, little gear, large gear, little gear, large... Oh. That makes sense. Large gear. Little gear. Can I place here? I cannot. Okay. Undo that. That'll be fine. Put it down. And shaft. Cool. Not very fast. I don't need it to be. Basic cobble gen just set up for now. Because I think if I do cobblestone with the andesite, the slight, like, color difference, I do want it to be like a different cobblestone brick if I can. Because, yeah, like, alternating the two, they're just close enough that it looks like it's intentional, like it's all the same material, but some of it will have more wear than other does. Remember to drink water. I should check if my microphone picks up my gulping or not, because that could be embarrassing. But yeah, so we're going to kind of isolate a bit of this. One more offset, please. Just make it for me now. Same thing here. Just make the laid bricks, please. Thank you. So, regarding the size of this, I really want to move that. This is just a 4x4. Yes. We can set up just real quick. Nope. Boop. Boop. I need more pipe. Grab the fluid pipe. Bump, bump, bump. I don't like that. Get rid of it. I want to see it flowing. It's more fun that way. Grab a water wheel. Grab some water. This one's closer. We're gonna do this the fancy way. And by that, I don't know what I mean. I do think the building will probably encompass to about here. I don't want what I'm doing now to interfere with that. And, like, have another cleanup on my hand. So we're gonna put the water wheel here. Need that flower. It needs to be elsewhere. So this here should turn it just fine. Yes, and I actually don't need most of that. It just needs to, like, run. Place our guy down. Grab our little and our bigs. So big becomes little, becomes big, becomes little. Each time I turn a big gear into a little gear, it doubles the rotational speed. And that's probably enough. We are going to put a shaft on top of that. And grab this. So shaft here. That is now rotating. Replace that with a gear, and boom, we're now draining this one. And I can do the same thing here. Hello. Put those back. So pump here. And then build our extra tank over here. 72,000. How much do you have? 37,000. Perfect. So we're gonna run this pipe over into this tank. I like to be able to see it moving. Oh, that's already all done. Perfect. So I can fill that in. Okay. Toolbox, I need this. I need this, and I need that. So right-clicking on a belt at the end will actually extend the belt slightly, allowing you to do that and not have to, like, re-break and place the belt. But that will, once it recognizes there's a tank. What's wrong here? Oh, I'm not producing enough. So, cool thing with fluids. There's actually a bit of, like, pressure, water pressure built in with the pipes. So this one mechanical pump at its current speed is not actually enough to fully pressurize this pipe. And so since it's not reaching its next destination, it's not actually flowing any of the liquid out. But what we can do was not that. Replace that belt, please. I'm pretty sure it's based on how fast the pump is going. So if I double the speed... No, it's based on how many pumps there are. That's good to know. Okay. I should have known that. Nope. Wrong button. Cog wheel. So what we're going to do is instead, right over here at the end, we're going to add an extra mechanical pump. And then we're going to kind of just borrow our... I had to sneeze there. Borrow our rotational force from here. Let's see, where does that put us? Right above it? Okay. So I'm gonna real quick do it over here. And then the way we're gonna rotate it to this way is by putting a gear and a gear here. And then little gears from there, so I don't mess with the stress on it. Boop. And gear. And that will pull it the rest of the way. So now it's actually flowing from this tank to this one. I don't remember how much. Does it say? Govern the pipe with their attached network. Yep. Okay. Network in front is transferring it outwards. Direction is unaffected by input rotation. That's helpful. Yes, the throughput. 16 blocks away, regardless of speed. So if you are more than 16 blocks, you will need more pumps. If you want to pump faster. Cool. So that is now doing its thing. I'm gonna take a quick nap to make it daytime again. My body is not a temple, but I sure can fill it with sweet rolls. I hear a wandering villager. Wandering trader, where are you? Where art thou? What do you have to sell me? I actually want some of that. I'm gonna grab my emerald. Thank you, wandering trader, for bringing me things. No one truly appreciates you, because you're usually very annoying. I don't care about the cherry saplings. I want a piece of kelp. I want some tube coral. And I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna take it. Thank you. These are all going into the plant chest. And we're good. Bada boom, bada bing. We are all set to sing. Are you done now? You are! I put away my dirt by accident. A lot of my life consists of running to and from my storage room. So now that you're done, I can just clean this all up. And tanks over here can kind of just chill until I have a proper place for them. Boop, boop. And we can pick this up too. Because I don't think I need that. Boop. Fill up the hole again. For some reason, I thought it was going to take a lot longer for them to drain, forgetting that I determine how long it takes. Okay, so we have our area. I do want these trees gone. These trees are going to be in my way. So let's remove them. Pretty as they are, I will plant some in your honor. Thank you for the apples. Break that just it was mocking me. That tree can stay. That one had to go. That one was wrong. I do think oak wood is not going to be our, like, accent block. Dave's has a lot of cool one, steel, but that's a lot further. Copper Copper coil. Ooh, like server rack? Oh, it takes steel. Got it. How do I make steel then? What's the proper way? Coal and iron. Got it. Or coke. Okay. Understood. How do I make coke? Is there a coke oven? Anyway. There was another block I liked. I wanted to know what it was. A lot of steel plating. Which is cool and all. Outer gauge. I don't know what those mean. Ba ba da 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 da. Some log piles, different skeletons, quilted wool, one-way glass. Right, the stars. I thought those were cute. I do want to have those at some point or something. What is a good... Is there like a pillar that speaks to me? Bricks. Could do brick. Could do... concrete. Let's look at that one. That mod. Industrial decor. They have cardboard. That's cute. So those have like padded blocks, industrial iron, which is iron and coal, cast iron, which is heated pressing normal iron, sheet metal, which is just normal iron. I don't want to do that. Where's my shovel? You had vein mining. You're gonna get clay with me. What was my vein mining key again? B. I'm just gonna do brick. So I liked how that brick pillar looked. So, wrong button. Thanks to the vein mining, I can mine a decent amount of clay pretty quickly. Without worrying too much. And plus this one also has some unbreaking on it. Which means it'll last longer. I like enchantments. I am glad they were added. I truthfully don't remember the days before enchantments. I know I played back then, but it just doesn't feel real to me. Is that enough? That should be enough. So I'm planning on using it as the accent, not like the main course kind of thing. You don't get allowed in, sorry. You're useful, but not useful enough for me to let you in. Let's go ahead and just cook some of that. To make this faster, let's make a whole bunch of furnaces. That way I don't have to think about it. Why is this lead like that? Oh, the other llama's stuck, that's why. That's funny, actually. For now, I have too many sticks. These won't finish cooking unless I do that. A stack of sticks is half a stack of clay. And I have enough to do at least a little bit. I don't need all of that. We'll... Give me my charcoal. One more charcoal. And then I'll just put these off for now. I'll make more if I need it. Okay. Let's take a look here. I wanted to see what this was. Place a spout above a corundum block. Fill the spout with water. And you'll be able to grow the corundum. Okay. Because the crystals make something. It's 3 rune dust. So violet corundum clusters and rune dust. Milling a rune gives 4 rune dust. 3 rune dust in a violet cluster is 1 rune. Oh. Okay. So it wants me to have like a violet corundum at some point. Do I even have... I don't have any of those blocks. So that I don't think matters at the moment. Unless this bag... Can I just throw you in an enchanting table? That was not what I thought was gonna happen. Does this work? That is crazy. Okay. Okay. Not how I thought that was going to work. I thought it would be like the only enchantment you could get on it would be Fortune, but it looks like it can be enchanted with like anything. Efficiency, Silk Touch, Unbreaking, Fortune Mending, Curse of Vanishing, Vein Mining, and Reactive. So I wonder if these are like coded as a tool or a pickaxe or something. That's hilarious. Anyway, I wanted to see what was in it. Some Enderpearl fragments. That's wonderful. Thanks. I don't really need those. That caught me off guard. Having it turn into what it turned into. Like, getting that kind of enchanted is wild. Okay. Got enough bricks cooked for me to start with. I'll leave the rest for now. Because I wanted a brick pillar. Inlaid pillar. It's not quite the one I wanted. Cobbled bricks. Inlaid bricks. Cracked bricks. Carved bricks. There's a lot of different kinds of bricks. There's a simple pillar. Curly brick pillar. What? Okay. I see it. I don't care for it. Where was that? Fine pillar? Okay. So it'll be something like... Boop, boop, boop. Why are they doing that? Oh, hi celery. I fell in your hole. There's something up with the connected textures that's kind of making these pillars not appealing. Not appealing. They're cute. I don't know why the connected textures are doing that, though. Is there a... video settings? Let's just go through all of this real quick and see what exists. Extras... Nope. Okay, I don't think any of that matters. I no longer like the idea of the brick pillars, which sucks because I already went through and obtained some. Let me out. Let me out. So we're just gonna leave those in there for a little bit. I do have blackstone. I do have a pretty sizable amount of blackstone. And blackstone's pretty. Looking at my options. Be haunted in a dark stone. It can be workbenched. Okay. Blackstone. This is going to be a little difficult. I have to lean in to actually see the textures. Honestly, just some polished blackstone might be good. Or blackstone bricks. Does normal blackstone become blackstone bricks? It can with cobblestone bricks, which is just cobble. Okay, let's take a look at what that looks like. Cobblestone brick, blackstone brick. So, make her a little wall. Boop, 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 boop. 2, 3, 4. And then kind of layer on top. Letting some of the blocks be offset cobble instead of the andesite. It's just that andesite and cobble have they've got something going for them. I recognize this is also a flat wall. What if the pillars are a little bit more... It's hilarious how much just a little bit of depth makes things better. Okay. Okay. I see it. And that means I like it. And we're going to work with that. At least for now. Things may change in the future, but for right now, this is what I am vibing with and how I will handle this. So for now, let's just make a couple pillars. Entrance will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Kind of cut this back a little. Kind of let it do its thing. I prefer a bigger door. We are gonna go at least one higher with stuff. we'll replace those with the cobble, just to kind of like break it up a little bit, not make it as monotone. Yeah, I'm okay with how that looks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just go. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Stop. Here. Boop, boop, boop. So it's going to be all up in here. Heck. Did I do that wrong, or is it just going to be like that? I think I did it wrong, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. We'll put it here. Like it was intentional. We'll have this little alcove. Yeah. And then same thing here. Stay on this block this time. It'll go to here. Yeah, I don't think I need to go 5. But it'll go around this corner. I'm actually going to cut this a little shorter than I would normally because of this stuff. Or so like that. Just get the baseline down. So this will go until, let's say, yeah. We'll cut this down a little. I don't mind the floor of the factory itself, of like this building itself, being higher or lower than other stuff. So we're gonna run this until here and go around it and then meet up with this here. Yeah. This will easily encompass everything I need it to. So we're gonna just go through and... Is there a building one? There are. Let's make one real quick. That way I don't have to do all of this placing by hand. That's another star. I don't have that. I do have diamonds, and I am not afraid to use a little bit of them. So these guys are really helpful in that as long as you have the block on you. Let's go ahead and make all of these laid bricks. Where was that? There it is. It was right at the top, and I'm just silly. So now that I have the blocks in my inventory, with the wand, when I right-click, it will place them along the wall that I have built. See? Bam! We have a wall now. Do it one more time, it goes up another level. Bada bing, bada boom. What mod is this from? Construction one? Is there a... Oh, that's cool. I don't know why I'd need this. I was hoping for a... No? Okay. Wait. What is this? Oh. I actually would like this, but I don't know. I haven't worked how that mod. Let's try some different words there. I have not worked with Ars Magica yet. So that's going to be a whole experience, like, on its own, of figuring that out later. But for now, we're gonna just kind of go around and, mostly on the bottom, bit more than the top, kind of like replace a quote-unquote random amount of this andesite with the cobble. Because my thought process was that the cobble is meant to kind of show, like, parts of the wall that have a little bit more weathering to it. Because, yeah, like, adds a little bit of depth to the wall. Just the not straight up brick along the whole way makes it feel, at least to me, it looks better, it feels better. So while it's mostly going to be the laid andesite brick, we're going to use the cobble to kind of break it up. It helps if you place the blocks right. But yeah, like, this wall looks a lot more visually interesting than this wall, just with a little bit of it replaced out with the different texture. I want to make sure I at least replace a couple of the top ones, because otherwise it'll look like there'll be a harsh kind of, like how there's currently a harsh border here on the storage room build. It kind of just looks wrong for some reason. I don't have the words to properly explain how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking in that regard. And then after this, I think we are going to take a couple, like, mossy blocks, too, of the cobble, and replace a couple on the ground level with that, to make it kind of look like the grass and the plant and stuff has started to spread a little bit onto the building itself. Give it a little bit more life. Make sure to grab that top layer so I don't forget about it. I'm just going to break back in. But yeah, like, this is a lot more visually interesting than just the straight up brick wall. Break a couple extra there. One more there. And you can get real funny with it too. Like, let's see, is there a good spot for it? Yeah, let's do it here. Boom. There's a face. No, I don't know what I was doing. It kind of looks silly. I wanna loosen that up a little. There'll be a face there forever. I need some scaffold. I don't have any on me. Where's my scaffolding? Why am I not carrying at least a stack with me at all times? I am so thankful for mega torches. It kind of lets me play on peaceful without actually playing on peaceful. So I can still, like, go get mob drops and stuff from places or farms I have set up around without having to worry about nighttime at all, like dealing with creepers or zombies and stuff like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna raise this up one more. Ow. That was interesting. So, a sad thing about the builder's one is it does only put up when it is like an all sort of connected. So because of these bricks here at the top, the wand doesn't actually go across it. Oh, I meant to put those there. Put that one, 2, because why not? Sure, a 1, 2, 1. What is that? The owl who like licks the lollipop and then like eats it at the 3. There's a commercial about it. That's why it's in my head. Okay. How do I get mossy? Marshy cobblestone. Moss or vines with cobblestone. That makes sense. Do I have any of that? I don't know. Why did my pick block not work? Middle mouse? Probably because of the sorting inventory. But I really like being able to sort the inventory at my middle mouse. I will sacrifice the ability to pick a block with middle mouse if it means I can sort my inventory. So these pillars are meant to kind of like... So now that like the main wall is here, you'll notice there's just this huge wall of like nothing, practically. Real quick. That a little better. Oh, wrong block. Where is it? There it is. Some of these corners just don't have any cobblestone brick on them because I only had access to the interior spot, not the exterior necessarily. Yeah, so like this one has 2 different sections of wall, whereas this one is just like one long section. What I like to do, first off, I'm actually going to just cover this in order to preserve the appearance of this actually being like a load-bearing thing. When there's just like a block like that just floating, it loses that almost illusion of being a load-bearing pillar. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. There's a block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So if I put an extra pillar here, all of a sudden that one really long wall is now 2 little shorter walls. And that, to me, is just more visually interesting. It's a lot easier to look at a bunch of little short sections than a big, boring wall. This one I am only going to cut in half, though. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No! I made it an even number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put one there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put one there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there's 8 in the middle. And that's just what we're going to have to deal with because I was not counting. But that's okay. I don't really mind. Having a little bit of non-symmetry is good. Even, I say as it's like still kind of symmetrical. What's over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I did it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and then we have a 4 in the middle. Do I have enough of this block? I do not. I am short by just a little bit. That did not work how I thought it was going to. How I was hoping it was going to, I should say. Give me a little bit more blackstone. Put that there so it's cooking my charcoal. Okay, this already feeling better. Boop boop. So for the roof, we're gonna stay a little boring, truthfully. What I'm gonna do is like a little stair edge here, and then just a flat roof. Make it look a little bit more boring, but I'm probably also going to include like 2 large smokestacks off on the side. And I can actually like make those smokestacks usable. I've done something similar in a previous world where I like made some smokestacks and hid windmills in them so that each smokestack would make the like max windmill. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to just do... I need a little bit more of the offset cobble. I'd rather just take the fall damage than hear that again. Don't have much cobble in there. This is why I set up this little cobble farm while I was busy. Hey, look at that. We already have plenty more cobble. Offset cobblestone brick. Offset cobblestone brick. Just kind of keep it simple. Oh, I'm being called. Give me just a second. I was muted that whole time. That's a little embarrassing. Hello. Thank you for the raid. Hi, hi. Y'all coming in at the near tail end of what I was doing here today. Playing Minecraft. I have a little bit of setup. I had more, but I tore it all down to start building a building for it. So hello, hello. What was that notification I just got? Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, I am playing a mod pack called Arcane Create Engineering. So it is a create-based mod pack that kind of has you go through and automate a whole bunch of stuff. And it ties in a little bit more with magical mods than usually the create mod packs go through. So it has a quest book. I am only through chapter 1 so far. And yes, lots of spinny things. I love create just for like all of the spinnies. You got the spinning windmills, you got all the gears, you got the saw blades, and just the really fun click a lever and bam, you're chopping down a tree. It's a little slow because I did this one a little slow. There it goes. Chop down the tree. And now we have all the tree in here. There's a deployer down there, but it doesn't have any saplings at the moment. Yeah, the create mod's really fun. I've done a couple different mod packs that use it up and have like almost like centers itself around create. The last one I played was Create Above and Beyond, but truthfully I did not get very far in it. I got far enough that my friend and I landed on the moon, and then that's about where we lost interest because things started getting a little too grindy in the long term. Like it was much more. We enjoyed the early start of it, but not the. At a certain point, even with things automated, it was too much of a real life time investment to get it to where we actually wanted to be, like to get through the next step. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this mod pack, but so far, at least with the first chapter, it feels like it'll be really good. Just like set up a little bit of automation and you're basically set for whatever that is up until you need a lot of it. And you just set up a little bit more of that automation rather than the issue we ran into was there was like a specific resource that we couldn't get automated yet, but we needed a ton of it to start to automate it. And that was just too grindy for what we were interested in. Ended up not continuing onward too much. Okay. So I'm hoping this one turns out pretty well. And I'm thinking it will, because not only is it the create mod, which is really fun on its own, but it's like mixing it up with like the Ars Magica mod, which basically you turn into a wizard with making your own spells and stuff. There's a trailer on YouTube if you search the Create Arcane Engineering that has it set up like an overview showcase of one thing being automated super inefficiently, but it looks really pretty, and that kind of hooked me. And so I played a little bit like on my own before thinking about streaming it. But yeah, earlier we had a full like mess here. And I decided I wanted a building for it, and so I tore it all down, built the building. Now I just need to Probably replace this floor with something. I'm trying to figure out what I want to replace it with. And honestly, I'm thinking about spruce, because I like how spruce looks. I don't have a lot of it left from the last time I ran a little bit of spruce farming. Do I have any more in here? I have the saplings. We'll just make do. So this setup here was me experimenting with what's required to actually automate the mineral tree farm. Because the, what mod is this from? Nope, mineral integrated dynamics. A lot of the early game, at least, is built around like obtaining and using these crystal chunks from the mineral tree, because it's actually not necessarily required for the alloy, but is a much better recipe to make andesite alloy, and that's required to even make anything in Create. This mod pack does make it a little bit more complicated to make your Create tools, such as the mechanical saw. It requires 2 different items, a saw blade and a machine, and the machine requires casing and the kinetic mechanisms, which is either a automated setup of mineral slabs, andesite alloy, or handcrafted with andesite alloy at a like half as efficient recipe. So you're heavily incentivized to set up automation for stuff. And honestly, I love factory games like Satisfactory, Factorio, that kind of stuff. So having it incentivize what I already like to do works out perfectly in my favor. Right, let's see here. I gotta break... Nope, have to break these blocks. The saw should just be able to get it. This is a not manual tree farm, or not automatic tree farm, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be yet. Flip a switch, reacts a gear shift. The sticky mechanical pistons will extend or retract depending on the type of rotation that it receives. The gear shift here is swapping that rotation when it's powered. So as you can see, this gear here is rotating clockwise. So the gear behind it, facing the same direction, is also rotating clockwise. When I flip the lever, it swaps that rotation. So now, facing the same direction, it is rotating counterclockwise, which, with this weird gear thing set up, causes it to extend and retract. Yeah, I like getting super complicated with stuff, and these kind of mod packs are just right up my alley in that regard, of just being super complicated for fun. So I was thinking of just flapping in some spruce in here, putting a little bit light for now. I'll make it pretty later. I think I'll do some kind of lantern, probably. But I like how spruce flooring looks. Why was that hole there? It's going to continue to be there. A little Easter egg for later. This one, yeah. But yeah, at least the first chapter of this mod pack was very entertaining for me. Had to sneeze. And so I decided, with a little bit of nudging, to decide to try out streaming. And so basically all of my time spent in this world has been spent on stream, with the VODs uploaded to YouTube shortly after. So it'll be really fun for me to come back eventually and kind of just take a look back at where I started and where things kind of end up with, like, once the pack is completed. And just knowing I have all of that saved somewhere is very... It feels very sentimental to me, honestly. And I'm excited for it to kind of end up in that realm. Just it being there is cool. Let's see. Am I just gonna do spruce the whole way? Yeah. We'll just start with spruce the whole way. Do I have that other shovel on me? I do. One of the mods adds a vein mining tool, vein mining enchantment, which means I can just break all this grass right away. So I'm not worried about the grass extending out past this wall. Oh, put that back. So I can just fill in with the building wand. I have to scroll to where it finds what I'm looking for. The building wand is just so useful. Bam, now I have a floor. I do want to make it a little prettier, so I think what I'm gonna do... There's an Enderman there. Hello. Let's take another big spruce tree. Bone meal, thank you. I'm gonna add, like, just a quick little spruce, yeah, honestly, the very first thing with Create in any world that I have played that has Create in it is to set up at least get a mechanical saw. Because even without my fancy little flick a lever and it works, let's see, is there a tree nearby I don't like? I'm gonna sleep first. You can, with that saw and a hand crank, sorry, you can chop down entire trees by just holding right click for a second. I have a little bit extra over here, and I'm going to take this tree down. So as long as you place it, you want to place it with shift right click, and it'll face that saw blade away from you. You want to make sure it's into the last block that is touching the ground for the entire tree. Slap a hand crank on the back and hold right click. It'll use up a little bit extra hunger than it would normally, but it chops the entire tree down for you all at once. Nice and easy. And it's just a godsend for any early game. It was a little bit more difficult to get to that point in this pack, but I got really lucky in that where was it? This building up here that spawned naturally, it was generated, had a whole bunch of Create machinery like in it already that I just stole and made my own. And so it was a lot quicker getting up from the bare minimum than like making it all myself probably would have been. Yeah, I just wanted to add a little border here. The entrance is here, so we'll do that. Make a crafting table, because it's good to have a crafting table in here, even if I don't end up like needing it. Okay, next up, just to kind of make it seem a little... Let's separate out the, like, actual, I guess, the foyer from the factory floor fully. Just to kind of make it feel a little more... What's the word I'm looking for? by introducing little barriers like this, it makes things feel larger than they actually are, at least to me. Copper mesh fence. I don't think I need that. That's not what I'm looking for. A little wall. So I want like a little something here. Maybe I'll just throw a fence. How does it look if I just throw down a couple fences? That'll be okay. Throw down a couple fences. Boom. We now have a foyer and the factory floor proper. Let's go share all our sheep real quick. I don't know if I have enough wool yet for the windmills that I want. I'm planning on throwing some smokestacks up on top of the building here. Where is my... How do I keep losing my scaffolding? Why does that... Oh, you know? Because I auto-dump it, and that's where it goes. But on the roof up here, I was going to make a couple smokestacks, just a little bit high, and hide some windmills in them, because they can be vertical. They don't have to be perpendicular to the... No, how... Flat? I don't know what word I want to use to differentiate that windmill from that windmill. That's not a good windmill. I have on my to-do list to make the windmill pretty. But that will require some more wool. How much crystallized mineral do I have? Logs. I have a little bit here. I can definitely make a bunch through that, but that's a manual process I don't feel like doing. Because yeah, squeezing it into resin is great. Mechanical squeezer is farther than I'm currently... Yeah, okay. We'll just have to deal with that later. I'm done with you poking up like that. Stop it. Okay. So now we'll start to reset up what we had. What we had over here was a andesite generator and the actual kinetic mechanism setup for the making the finalized kinetic mechanism pieces. With a little bit extra, like, just to make things easier. I do need... That's not what I wanted you to do, chest. Get this all in here. Take those back so I have it on me. Take that back because I want to keep it with me. We're gonna throw these guys into my bone meal maker. Just chest, hopper, composter, hopper, bone meal. It's easy. How much wool do I have? Over a stack's good. I thought I had more. Do I have more sails just like hiding over here? No, I used them all on that one. Right. Okay. So I guess we will do a little bit of manual squishing because I need a lot more andesite alloy than I currently have. 16 is probably more than enough. Let's just make sure my dryer is not here. It's not. Okay. So what we're gonna do real quick is set up our squeezer and drying basin. I'm gonna grab a chute. No, I need a hopper. I don't need a hopper. I'll just do it that way. We'll do it more complicated than it has to be. So we set up our squeezer. These guys have outputs on the sides where that little trough kind of goes to. We want that output to go to the drying basin. From there, I'm going to place a barrel with a chute and a funnel. So what should happen, let's go grab our quick pressure plate. There it is. So we're going to throw a pressure plate here. We throw a log in. We jump on the squeezer, and it turns it into juice. The juice then goes into the dryer. The dryer does its thing, and it should... Perfect. Once it finished drying, it threw it into the barrel. We step on the pressure plate, and we squeeze another log. So this isn't automated by any means, because it requires me actually jumping on it. But integrated dynamics, like normally, quote unquote, the mechanical squeezer is usually easier to craft than this current mess, which will be fun to get to. And it is used for like ore doubling and all sorts of different things. I like to do it for extra dyes in other mod packs. But I need this liquid to turn into these blocks, because these blocks turn into these, and those, when thrown into a mixer with andesite, is the most efficient way to make andesite alloy, which is what I need a lot of. Come on, door. Please agree with me. So we're gonna just jump on the squeezer for a little bit. Another cool thing the dryers are useful for, drying basin. Most of the time, they let you like clean terracotta, turn clay into terracotta without using any fuel, and most importantly, turn rotten flesh into leather, as well as a couple extra recipes. But being able to make leather from rotten flesh is I'd say a classic thing of modded Minecraft. And it's nice to have a easy way to do that. This is a lot nicer than right-clicking that every time it's finished drying to get the block out of it. Oh, careful. I don't want to squeeze that. Oh, okay. It lets you do it that way. I didn't know that. I was always worried about over-squeezing it, but it just doesn't even let you over-squeeze it. That's good. Oh, I wonder if I wasted that one. I clicked a little too early. Yeah, I definitely wasted that one. That's fine. And our last one, and we'll just leave this here for a little bit. So I think I have more than enough now for all of the alloy I wanted. Yeah, definitely do. So the reason I wanted all this alloy was to make sails for the windmills, which requires wood. Turn that into sticks, please. That's more sticks than I need, but I don't care. I'll just use them up later. So, andesite alloy, wool, sticks, makes sails. Honestly, that's a lot more crystallized mineral than I intended to make, and that works out fine. Put that back. We're gonna throw our wool into here, keep the dirt on me, sticks go in the wood chest. Let's grab our... I know I have more in here. Mechanical piston, no. Do I not have it in here? I thought for sure I did. Is it over here, maybe? Are they... Did I just, like, fully put them away and not realize? No, I had more. There they are. My windmill bearings. I want... Let's just go grab some normal wood from over here. My little rotating tree farm. It is built on a windmill bearing. It has the connect saw on the front. I have to make 2 to make sure it reaches everything. A deployer in the back, placing down oak saplings. And it runs a little slow, but it doesn't need to run fast, because it has to wait for the saplings to grow anyway. So we're going to come over here. And I want my scaffolding again. We're going to place... I'm actually going to break that. So these are our smokestacks. We're going to hide windmill bearings in them. These bearings holding super glue. 1, 2, 3. Oh, get rid of that one. Helps fight can parkour. I don't know how far up that is. Doesn't really matter. Let's rotate that to where it looks about right. Boop. And now, throw that up, going all the way. That one. So putting all this here will kind of like hide the windmill bearing. Because I intend to make that like the smokestacks. But will allow me to have it as an input down here. So right now, that amount of sails is making me 2,048 stress units. So 2 full stacks of sails will be the 8,000 stress units that a windmill bearing can provide all on its own. Let's go ahead and just stop that real quick. Can I fit... If I put... It'll look funky, but I don't really care. Can I put that here, or does it have to... I have an idea. I do that. Make sure... Helps if I don't fall. If I put this like this the whole way down, and super glue there, just make sure these are connected to the sides, just in case. Can I connect like that, and kind of like sneak in another set of windmill sails? Because that would be cool. It sure looks like it's gonna let me. So just, I don't really care about how it looks, because guess what? It's being hidden. It'll be hiding in a smokestack, so ultimately does not matter. 2, 3, 5, 6. Just bump them all up an extra 1 to use up the rest of the stack. Up, please. Up and up. Oh, I fell. Why am I so bad? Why do I fall all the time? You. So now that should give me, if I did my mental math right, 4,000 stress units? Yes. So the windmill bearings can give up to 8,000. So 2 stacks of sails is a full windmill bearing. But I will have to use 2 sails and we'll be okay. We can add it to the 2 smokestacks of hiding windmills and we'll be good. Okay. Where's my clipboard? Smokestacks, windmill, reset up the andesite. I had the reset up mechanism, the mechanism belt. Anything else here that I wanted to add to my, oh, don't lose that. That's important. Factory building decorates already on there. I do want to figure out the mineral. I already have that on there. Making that pretty is already on here. I think next up would be mining, tragically. Need iron. Because I am all out of iron, and I know I'm going to need more in the near future. But this is all I have time for at the moment. Thank y'all for watching. I'm Rosalie. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day.